Good morning. Welcome to Muscle Maintenance. I'm Kim Watkins. I'll be your trainer. Today is a level 3 workout for Wednesday. Yay! May 22nd. We're just a couple of days away from a big holiday weekend here in the U.S. A Memorial Day weekend. Everybody's unofficial start of the summer, which means you want to work hard today. So take special care to listen in to my cues so that you can make the most of this time we spend together. It's going to be about 13 minutes. 2 sets of 6 moves, a little harder than yesterday, but the same basic foundational moves that we've been doing so far this week. But first, stand up real straight, kick off your shoes. No shoes are needed. Do a little postural systems check with me. So make sure that your ears are over your shoulders, right? Get the head back squarely over your neck. You want to open up the chest with the shoulders back as well and lift your rib cage with your breath. Breathing in through your nose, deep breath, out through the mouth, and contract your ab muscles. Now either march or jog in place. Your choice, 30 seconds. Go. If you're marching, lift those knees up as high as you can and move slowly. The slow march is more difficult than the quick march because you don't have momentum building up and you don't have to balance longer on one leg, one stable leg. That is what makes a high knee march more challenging. If you're jogging, kick those feet back. Don't shuffle along there. Really swing the arms forward and back for a few more seconds. Good, good, good. Okay, this is probably my favorite level of exercise. I do enjoy, kind of an ass kissing I like too. Ass kicking here and there, but for most people, level 3 kind of tops out, in terms of your body's sort of general natural capability. So I'm going to try to get you through one of the best workouts you have ever had. And we are going to start with, let's do the arm circles first. So stand up real tall and just make big arm circles with your, at your shoulder joint, making a huge wide circle with your hand, arms out to the sides. Abs continued to be contracted, so really focus on squeezing the pelvic floor, lifting your navel kind of back and up, and squeezing your glutes. Now reverse directions on those circles. Please, no wet noodles. Don't bend your arms. You really want to control the movement here. Okay, so back to that best workout ever thing. So now we're going to start the first set, and it's going to be 6 moves. It's instructional, so you'll get a little bit of downtime in between each of the moves in order for me to help you understand what you're doing next. But if you remember from yesterday, the very first thing we start with is ballet. The first position of ballet is where you stand with your heels together. Your toes are totally out, and I want you to, as the week progresses, you should be focusing on getting those toes out even wider than before. Extend your arms out to the sides. You can put them on your hips, or better yet, bring your hands in front of your body, making a circle like a ballerina, or lift them over your head even, and lift both heels up and press back down slowly. Lift both heels up, 30 seconds is going, and then press into the floor with your heels. Squeeze your glutes the entire time. You should feel this in your hips, your inner thighs, and of course your butt. And because this position is also a very balance-specific position, you're going to waver a little bit unless you really focus on pressing into the floor, gripping the floor with all 4 corners of each foot. 3 more seconds, by the way. You're doing great. Okay, now your chair squat today is with a pulse. So we're going to do a bunch of squats where you're going to squeeze your knees together, bring your feet together, toes and heels touching. You're going to sit down and back into that chair, but don't let the knees go past the tips of your toes. Very important. Keep your back straight. Try not to lean forward too far, and keep those tummy muscles engaged, okay? As you inhale, lower your body. I'm starting the 30 seconds now. As you exhale, press into the floor with your heels, squeeze your glutes, and lift up as slowly as you can. The slower, the better. Who told you that repetitions were important? Down again. Squeeze, lift up. Down again. Squeeze, lift up as you exhale. Let's do 2 more. That'll be a little longer than 30 seconds, but that's okay. Okay, down. and squeeze and lift up. One more time. Okay, now we're doing that punching move next. So we're moving on from ballet to the chair squat to boxing. And you're going to separate your feet about hip width apart, pinky toes and heels in line. You're making your fists and your elbows are by your rib cage, right? So that's your protection, your defensive stance with a bend in your knee, kind of a little bounce in your body. Channel your inner boxer here with me. And yesterday we did the punch, punch, punch. That was the pace. Today we just want to dynamically punch at a little bit faster pace. So go ahead and do a couple of punches. Remember, you strike your target with the square part of that first knuckle, with your palm facing down and the top of your hand facing your ceiling, right? You don't want to punch with your palm facing to the side laterally. All right, so punch, punch. Start picking up the pace. Punch, 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 punch. Last, let's go for 25 more seconds, just like that. Keep it going. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just continuously punch, 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 right down the middle, as though you're knocking out your target, the chest of your target right in front of you. And if I were in front of you, I would hold my hand out and you could punch my hand. So pretend that there's something there. 5 more seconds. Good. Okay. You've made it to the floor series. That's down on the floor into a plank. We're going to do a corkscrew plank today. So lower your body down until your forearms are on the floor. Press your hands into the floor. I like having you press in your hands as opposed to gripping or clasping your hands or making fists. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Then I want the elbows directly underneath your shoulders. And I want you to walk out until your back, your butt, and the backs of your legs are in one straight line. You do not want a little angle there that's represented, the pinnacle of which is represented by your little tushy. You want to push that butt down and squeeze. Now, corkscrew to the left. You're dipping your hips to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Good. I'll give you a couple seconds head start there. So let's go for another 25 seconds. Remember, this is the instructional set. So we've got 2 moves left, and then you'll have a short break, and then you get to go through the flow set. And that is where the rubber meets the road, where you are going to just go from move to move, no break, maximum output going on. And this is what will keep you out of the gym. It is my goal in life to get people to stop going to the gym. And I know that seems a little silly, but the truth is you don't need it. You just don't need the gym. I'm sorry. Okay, modified push-ups. Going back to your knees for your push-ups, and I'll tell you why. Today, what I want you to do is alter your hand stance. Remember, you've got 5 fingers on each hand as well as that nice palm of yours. So bring your left hand sort of back towards your boob, and then extend your right hand a little farther forward than, the vertical alignment with your shoulder. This makes the push-ups very hard. You're going to do 15 seconds like this, and then we'll switch. Okay, time starts now. Inhale as you bend your elbows and lower your body. Exhale as you lift back up. Once again, repetitions are not vital to your success. You don't want to worry about the number of push-ups that you do. What you do want to worry about is your control of every inch of movement, especially as you switch directions and as you complete one repetition and move on to the next. Okay, switch directions for me again. Now extend the left arm forward. The right hand is back. Same thing. Bend the elbows. Exhale, lift up. 15 seconds. When you focus on the contraction that's going on at any given moment of time, especially when you get to points where you have to switch directions, your muscle tissues are much more alert. And because those are little soldier cells in your body. And when they have a purpose and they know exactly what they're doing without any help from momentum and gravity, they work a lot harder. And this is how you get out of these 1-hour workouts in the gym that who has time for. Okay, bicycle crunch. Turn your body over. Bring your hands behind your head. Don't pull on your head. I want you to lift up through the sternum and then rotating through the waist with your elbows out wide. Bring your right elbow to your left knee, right over your belly button, then twist. Bring the left elbow to the right knee and keep that going for 30 seconds. Breathe as you are comfortable breathing here. Just make sure you take your breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and don't hold your breath. Just make sure you keep going. We've got 10 seconds more. We get that break, and then we've got the one set left, and you'll be underway. Out of here in 15 minutes, right? Okay. Stand on it for me. Good job. That's the first set. First set done. We're going to go back to the beginning. Ballet, the chair squat, and boxing. Standing all three positions with maybe 2 or 3 seconds in between. So a minute 45 seconds. Coming up, ready? Get your heels together, toes all the way out, hands in the position that you're most preferred, and lift those heels up. Time starts now. Remember, don't slam your heels down. Make sure you control, move them slowly. Once again, does not matter if you do 20 of them or 30 of them in the allotted 30 seconds. You just want to make sure you lift up as high as you can, flexing those feet, flexing the muscles in your ankles which point your toes, and then lowering down slowly, pressing into the floor, squeezing your butt cheeks, keeping your back straight. Remember, you are a ballerina. This is about as graceful as it gets, though I know when I do it sometimes and when I see clients do it, it's not always so graceful. Okay, let's move to the chair squat. Bring your feet together, and time starts now. Chair squats with the pulse at the bottom. So lower down, do a little pulse, press up. Lower down, do the pulse, press up. Very good. Keep that going. Make sure you inhale on your way down. You are halfway finished, by the way, and then exhale as you lift back up and really focus on pressing those heels into the floor and squeezing your butt cheeks. Then also making sure that your pelvis, the hip flexors are fully extended by kind of thrusting your pelvis forward a little bit. 3 seconds. Okay, take a big step out with that, or not a big, but a step out with the right foot so that you are hip width apart with your feet, pinky toes and heels in line. Punching, time starts now. Go. Punch, 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 punch. Right up the center. Keep breathing. Keep the bounce in your knee. Keep your weight distributed. Think about where you're distributing your weight in terms of your right foot and your left foot. Make sure that you are twisting through the waist as you punch and then retracting the elbow back towards your rib cage to protect yourself from the fictitious boxers that are in your room with you. 10 more seconds. Keep going. This is it. Down to the floor in 3, 2, 1, and your corkscrew plank coming up. So lower your body into your plank position. Forearms on the floor. Hands pressing into the floor. I promise I'd tell you why I like the hands on the floor. I won't forget. Let's go ahead. Dip those hips. Time starts now. Make sure your butt stays down. Make sure your feet aren't too far apart from each other. They should be close to each other. And breathe. Now, pressing into the floor with your hands. One of the reasons why I want you to do that is because when you're tense when you press into the floor with a fist. And when you expand your fingers out and kind of splay your hands and grip the floor with your entire hand, the weight is distributed a little more evenly. And that to me is really, really important because you have imbalances. We all do. 3 seconds, by the way. Modified push-ups with staggered hands. Bring the left arm back, right arm forward. 15 seconds. Bend your elbows, press up. Go ahead. So by splaying your fingers, you become more aware of those little intricacies that, they're not going to make a huge difference in terms of like your weight. Switch hands, by the way. 15 seconds with the right arm back now. Left arm forward. Bend your elbows. Exhale, push up. 10 more seconds. Last move coming up. It's a bicycle crunch. And turn your body over now. Bring your hands behind your head. Remember, make sure those elbows are wide. Lift up through the sternum and twist. Last 30 seconds. Good. Keep breathing. Push yourself here. I know you're probably a little tired, but you've got 20 seconds left. Make the most of it. This coupled with smart decisions in terms of your diet, and I don't mean don't have food. I don't mean don't eat meat. I don't mean don't eat fat. I don't mean don't enjoy wine. I love and just have. I have 2 Hershey's Kisses sitting beside me here to have after my breakfast. That's how much I love chocolate. It's totally okay. But you need to make smart things about the types of foods that you eat, particularly foods at night. You're done. I'm Kim Watkins from In Shape Fitness. Please join me tomorrow. And thank you, by the way, for joining me today. But join me tomorrow for the level 4 workout, Thursday. And of course, on Friday will be the level 5 ass kicking, as it were, on Friday. I am Kim, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you need anything, please look me up, inshape-fitness.com. Have a great day.